Hey, welcome to another EnviroTalk. Have you ever wondered what the leading powdered metals company in the world would do with the coronavirus pandemic? Well, you're about to hear and find out here on the EnviroTalk show. My name is Travis Bowman. I'm the president of the EnviroWorkshops. We train environmental professionals around the globe. We've been on 6 continents, 20 countries. We've seen 20,000 environmental professionals register for an environmental workshop worldwide. And we actually, you can check out our website, go to EnviroWorkshops.com and see a little bit more details there, who our speakers are, who our sponsors are. But we also are hosting a global summit in Charlotte, North Carolina. So you can check out that website. It's EnviroSummitcom. That is coming up in September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. So check out EnviroSummit.com. But as you may or may not know, the environmental industry is really about cleaning up the pollution. So our sponsors are training in the environmental professional on contaminated soil, groundwater, and air. And so really when you look at globally, the industry is about $1 trillion a year that is spent on cleaning up the pollution that is worldwide. It truly is a pandemic, in my opinion. And I really think that we should be good stewards cleaning up the mess that we've made. And so that's one of the things we're talking about here on the show. But obviously in the midst of a pandemic, we're kind of diving into the big hot topic of the coronavirus. So today, our guest is Alex with Höganäs. And I'm sure I butchered that name just now, Alex. But
close.
Welcome to the show. Say the name correctly for us. How do we say Höganäs?
So the closest I can get, because it is Swedish and I am an American, it's Höganäs. You really gotta, yeah, there you go, from like the back of your throat. It's the umlauts. You really gotta speak the umlauts.
The guttural, the Höganäs. Yeah. We actually have done a workshop in Stockholm. I know that's where you guys are headquartered there. But how big is Höganäs globally?
So Höganäs, sorry. Like you said, we are the world's leading manufacturer of powdered iron, powdered metal. I mean, we've been around 220 years. It's a global company with 3,500 employees all over the globe. We sell iron and metal into every industry all over, your cars, your food, everything. We really kind of have a reach pretty much in every country and pretty much every industry all over the globe.
So talk to me about the technologies that you use and provide for the environmental industry. Tell us about iron and why it's important in the remediation market.
Yeah, absolutely. So iron has been used at some level in the environmental remediation market for decades now. And then right around 2008, we realized, wait, we make a lot of iron. Why aren't we in this market? So we started a division where we really looked into focusing one, wastewater and drinking water. What can we do using iron? And we developed a product called Clean It LC+, which is a very, very reactive iron that we use for chromium, arsenic, selenium, pretty much any of your heavy metals. And then we also leverage that strong, specially engineered ZVI into our electrocoagulation system, where we'll target those really nasty, thousands of ppm chromium or COD or BOD, or just really nasty waste streams. We also used our background in powdered metallurgy to develop an engineered line of zero-valent irons, specifically for the remediation industry, ranging all the way from 3 to 5 microns up to a couple millimeters for your PRB. So really pretty much any type of iron for almost any application, and we probably have it and can probably get it to you.
I'd say it's probably safe to say that iron in our industry has been used on remediation sites all over the world, frankly. I mean, it's just that widely known and used globally. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it started in Canada in the late 80s, and they're pretty braggy about it, but then it's really been adopted all over any country. We're starting to see it even in some countries that are developing remediation programs. We're getting requests, coming out of South America, some parts of Asia, as well as Europe and Canada and the US.
Yeah. Yeah, I know in Canada, you guys work with Jean Perret. He's one of our sponsors. We'll have him on EnviroTalk here in the future, but I know he's fantastic. I tell you, there's nobody that knows that market better than Jean from Chemco. So I know he's...
You can get his name right, but you can't get ours.
That's right. I know. Well, hey, we're talking about the global reach you guys have. Obviously, we're dealing with a global pandemic. That's just something we've never seen before. What are you all? Have you all put any kind of new SOPs, new standard operating procedures in place? What are you all doing in light of that?
I mean, we're trying to listen to whatever sources we can get. I mean, whether it's your county ordinances or your state ordinances or even your country, and we're just doing whatever we can to follow those and really adopt it. So kind of Höganäs as a whole is, if you can work from home, pretty much everyone is working from home. We're trying to stagger, people that have to go into work because we're still producing our iron. We still have people in the lab running our treatability studies, but what we've done is taken a pretty aggressive approach to limit contact. We have people as far apart as possible. We're pretty lucky. Our facility in Cary, 36,000 square foot, and we're down to about 8 people in there. So
Wow,
so they each have their own.
No kidding.
Yeah. Everyone else is from home, so each person has close to 1,000 square foot to work in of their own lab space or office space. So really trying to keep that social distancing. And I think we're going through gallons of bleach a day, deconning and wiping down all your surfaces. But it's really the same everywhere in Höganäs. All of our manufacturing, everyone that we can have from home, we are trying to limit it and do our part to limit the spread of this disease.
So when it comes to shipping product to your customers and meeting the needs, still they're ongoing projects, you all are still able to get, I know it's truckloads sometimes of iron. Talk to us about that and making sure that you're meeting the needs of your customer.
Yep, we are considered an essential business, so we have our lab services going, and just like that, we also have our logistics and inventory going. We had several trucks go out this week. We're still moving stuff. If you can still get on site and you can still do your remediation, or if you can still need to treat your drinking water or wastewater, we're here to support you guys as safely and reasonably as we can. But so far, fingers crossed. I mean, long as there's truck drivers out there, we can get iron to you guys.
Yeah, I was talking with Dora Taggart. She was a guest on our program, and she was just saying, we can't just shut down the environmental industry and then have a worse problem later on. So it's good to see, frankly, our industry is considered essential and still active with the projects that are out there, because frankly, who knows how catastrophic it could be several months later if everything just went on hold. What kind of impact that would have. And frankly, it's a health risk. I mean, so, the whole pandemic is about saving lives, which is great. And I thank God for our frontline nurses and doctors, but we could have a whole other pandemic if all of a sudden environmentals shut down and we weren't cleaning up the pollution, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a constant problem, and we have to stay on top of it as safely and as we can, though. You can't just stop. It's also, it's important.
Yeah. Have you seen any, government regulations or anything change that has impeded or kept some of your projects from moving forward in light of the coronavirus?
We've definitely had some sites where they've closed them down, where we had a site that was supposed to start actually next week. They were loading up the truck today to start the delivery for almost 200 metric tons of a big site. And I got the call yesterday of, we're going to close the site. We're hoping it's just a month. So it means, but that they knew that they're probably going to have the site closed in the middle of it at the worst. Let's be proactive. Let's do it before we start getting in there. And then you just have a bunch of iron sitting outside, and you can't have that. It's about safety and being cognizant of what you can do.
That's true.
But other smaller sites and stuff, we haven't really seen a crazy slowdown yet. If it was already on the docket, people are still going out and doing it. As long as they can limit their contact. A lot of the time you're out in a place where there's not a lot of people, so you're kind of social distancing just by doing your job. We're kind of lucky in that regard. True.
Very, very true. Well, that's good. Well, hey, man, I tell you, thanks so much I know you're busy schedule, so thanks for coming on the program and just keeping us up to date with Höganäs and what you guys are doing in light of the pandemic that we're all dealing with in some way, shape, or form. So
no, it was
appreciate
great.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to